Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Muse. Today's video is going to be about playing ships that are not necessarily like strong or builds that are not strong, and how to go about it. A lot of people will only play the strongest things they can find and still somehow manage to lose. So today we're going to be taking something that is not the greatest build for the matchup, and we're going to be doing what we can with it and talking about how we take something like that and become effective in a battle. The ship we're going to be using is the Montpelier. This is a ship that I have krakened in before many times, but with a different build on it. The Krakens have come under the Scott gun build. That's the build I was using. I was using different mods than what I'm using. I still do. This is basically an AA build. That's what I want it to be effective as, is AA. So it's mostly AA. I do keep the reload booster in the 4th mod slot just to keep some gun DPS. And we're gonna go ahead and show how we take, there's no carrier in this battle, so it's an AA ship is kind of pointless. And being an AA ship really nerfs our gun stats. Scott build is so much better. Scott build is what I run on my Cleveland, and then for Montpelier I run it as AA, so I can take in, if one of my mates takes a carrier, I can bring in AA, or if there's just a lot of carrier play happening at tier 7, I can bring in AA, but I have the two different builds. This used to be a Scott build, it is not anymore, but let's go ahead and take a look at some gameplay here. So we're on Estuary. It's domination match. Here we find ourselves in a Montpelier that is set up completely for AA. Obviously I was hoping for a carrier match, but there's the old adage, every time you bring an AA ship, you can get no carriers. So that's what happens. That means this ship is not ideal for this match. There's no planes, there's nothing to shoot down, so basically I have a whole bunch of wasted stat lines right now. A gun build Cleveland would have done much better in this match, but how do we be as effective as possible? What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our ship. What's our advantages? What's our disadvantages? It is technically a Cleveland, so what do we have? We have radar. We have sonar. There's 4 DDs in this match. So, what we're gonna end up doing is being a DD hunter. Now, I don't have a lot of range. It's pretty short. It goes out to about 14k, which for Cleveland is pretty awful. I don't like to really engage battleships at that close of range. It doesn't give you much time to maneuver when they fire. So we're kind of avoiding this engagement with this Nagato. Not to say I'm not going to fire at him, but we're really, like, this is not an ideal matchup for us. Now, I'm kind of lingering on this corner. I want to stay close to RDD for radar, and that's why. You see that kid pop up right there. So, I'm dark from the Nagato. We got that island between us and the Nagato. We're going to take advantage of that island to be able to push this kid. And what we want to do is get inside of 8.5 kilometers. That's our radar. There it is. We're inside 8.5. So now even if he smokes up, we can take care of him, which he does go ahead and smoke up. Now he's going to pop back out because he didn't hit the brake soon enough, but we're going to hit the radar anyway and just light him up. Go ahead and get him off the board. He is a gunboat. He is a threat to our DVs. So, a pretty important piece to get off the board. We're not going to get the kill here because we don't have a gunboat build. We don't have the reload. But it was our radar that gets that ship off the board. So, we're watching this Nagato. We want to try and lob shots over here into the Bravo cap. We see a Vladivostok pushing in. We see a Southern Dragon pushing in. Now, in the top of Alpha, another DD pops. You can see him on the mini-map. So, what do? We're going DD hunting. There he is, all smoked up at the top up there. Now, nobody had spots on me, so he doesn't really... my last spotted was, like, way down south, with that kid. So he doesn't know I'm charging in here. Now, my DD had left the cap right as I came into it. So he probably thinks, like, that DD accidentally drove out of the cap and is coming back in. His perceptive did jump, so he should have noticed that. So here we go, we're closing into sonar range. So here in just a second, we're gonna pop that and then keep pushing until we get him in range. He doesn't know we're coming. There he is. Surprise, surprise. I see you, you don't see me. Now he does because I fired. Too late though. This is gonna be a wrap, and he gets finished off. So that's 2 of their DDs out of the game now. We are gonna start turning towards this Bravo cap, but we want to make sure to get the capture here on Alpha. We fire at that Vladdy, but he's already done for. Trying to get a sense of where these other DDs are. I know there's one down south of Delta. They were actually pinging him earlier. There he goes. He popped up again. So we're kind of trying to head that way, and then this one right here in front of us pops up. Fletcher. So now we have a decision to make. Do we go north of this island in front of us, or do we go south of it? Because once we commit, we're kind of stuck one side or the other. We want to get to that Fletcher. There is a BB that was up north between Bravo and Delta, so we don't want to go on that north side, just because we have a feeling that he's still somewhere out there. So we're going to let our BB over here handle him. We want to go after the Fletcher. Like, he just killed one of our DDs. There's another DD here, low health. The only really healthy DD is the one back behind me, coming up on my 6. And that's the one that started with me over in the Alpha cap. Take some shots on this Brandenburg. Now that does mean the Fletcher sees us, but he was going to see us anyway. That Brandenburg was close enough to get a spot on me when I come off that corner, so why not take the shots anyway? Now Fletcher's already turning. The moment he saw me coming his way, smart player, he knows I have the radar. He's trying to get out of the way, but I'm just coming, and I know he's there. So we're at 8-7 here. He's gonna drop spot. I know if I turn in now, I'm gonna be on him fairly quick to where I'll have him within 8-5, the range of the radar. And now when I hit him, he's literally just gonna be on the edge of it, but then we're still gonna be closing as he turns. When he turns, he's gonna scrub his speed, and that's gonna allow us to get him in a distance where he's not gonna get out of it. Like right here, had he keep on going straight, he might have been able to outrun me, and get back outside that radar. But here's his fatal mistake. He made this turn right here, and that's when I'm committed. I'm not coming off of him. I see the other DD down to the south of me, very close. We know that DD down to the south is in sonar range, so I'm just gonna focus the Fletcher. We need the Fletcher gone while the radar's still going. And then once we get him, we can turn our attention down south. I see the Torps, whatever, he missed. Fletcher's gone, so now we're fully on this Charles Hughes. And again, I know, you know, I have sonar, but look how close he is. Like, if he smokes up, I can just proxy him. Even if I can't proxy him, you know, I can pop the sonar. Gonna have the sonar in 30 seconds. This engagement should be over by 30 seconds, but you never know. Like, had he smoked and then just ran straight on the other side, it would have taken me a minute to get through the smoke. And that's where the sonar would have come in handy, because I would have been able to catch him before I went through that smoke. So we get the Charles Hughes off the board. That leaves just this Chapeyev, who goes ahead, pops a radar here. We're gonna come out from that smoke and just hold spots on him. The rest of our team is coming through that middle, so they're gonna have all kinds of shots on this guy. But that's how to be effective. You know, this ship was not the ideal setup again. Not the ideal build on here. This was an AA build in a non-carrier game. And we still made our ship useful. We still, you know, when you see the points, we're gonna come in second on the team. And that's contributing to battle effect. You know, I didn't do the highest damage, only 40,000 damage. I didn't have the most kills, 1 kill, you know. Didn't do a whole lot in this game other than hunt DDs, but we finished second on the team because of that. You know, those radars were huge. The sonar really made use of those things and really became effective in this battle, even though we didn't have a ship that was set up to be effective in this kind of fight. So that is my life lesson for y'all today on, you know, playing ships that may not be ideally suited to something and learning how to manipulate them, take advantage, adapt, and overcome. Thank you. I will catch y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.